What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles REX-1 and Portal Generator. So these look really cool. So we've had REX-1 for a while, just didn't know what to do him with. He was just kind of left over from the Target Haulathon, but we're finally going to get to him. And he's just a robot police officer, but looks pretty cool. Love the artwork there on the front from the files of the Pizza Squad and him attacking the turtles there. But then we have like the VHS box design stuff there, and then the description on the back with him and the characters and stuff. And then if we open it up, we can see the picture of him there on the side, and then the actual figure itself, and he'll come with a lot of cool accessories, so that's really cool. And then we also have Donatello's portable portal generator, so we just have a little portal design that once they give us the turtle layer, which should be coming out at some point, we can stick this inside there. But just nice little portal design. Of course, we can't really show anything with this, but we can flip it around and see what it's going to look like. So we can see the portal there, and it has 3 lenticular images that you can switch out with different designs and stuff there. And overall, it just looks pretty cool. It's just a prop, so there's not really anything much to it, and this doesn't come with any characters or anything, but it's just a fun little prop display. Like I said, that once we get that turtle layer, we can throw it inside of there, so I'm excited about that. So just figured we'd throw these two together. So let me get them out of the packaging and we'll take a look at them together. So let's start off with REX-1, which was the first model produced of the robot enforcement experiment, hence the name REX-1, and he's a robot policeman created to relieve some of the burdens on the police department, and accidentally one day it was activated by April O'Neil, and Rex believed that she was his master and he wouldn't leave her side, but the Rex design was stolen by Shredder, and he created an army of his own, which attacked Rex and made him inoperable, so Donatello got him and repaired him, but had to replace his programming with VHS tapes, so he went back and took out Shredder's robots, all the while quoting movies like Wizard of Oz and John Wayne. And overall, he looks pretty cool. It's really tall, so I'll bring in characters to show you the height and everything. And unfortunately, right off the bat, it looks like ours is a little bit of issues, so getting him to stand flat like this, his body seems to like curve over to the side, and it seems like there's something with the hips. I don't know if you can see that there's much more of a gap on this side, so the hips are made incorrectly, so he's kind of like tilted to the side a little bit, so it kind of stinks. He's always like at a sort of an angle there, but overall, I think it looks pretty cool. It's nice big robot design and stuff. We've had multiple robots before, and so is like this, especially with how big he is and stuff, and has the robot feature, so almost all like silver body, especially see here in the head, so you can see with his chest, mouth, and face and everything, just all the silver design, and of course the shell shading as we get with the cartoon figures. But he's got the little police officer hat and a pair of sunglasses on. He's got the all blue like shirt up top, I guess you'd say, to look like a police officer. Has the badge on his chest and the nameplate of REX-1. I like how he even has some like little buttons and stuff here on the side. Of course, both arms coming down with the blue, and of course some gray details thrown in there all the way to the white gloves. And then he's got the midsection where it switches to this dark blue for like the pants and stuff coming up, and then I saw like robotic pieces and stuff all around there, all the way down to the boots where he's got gray shin guards going up, and then the big clunky metal black boots there on his feet. So overall, he looks pretty cool. Like I said, just stinks that he's kind of tilted to the side. But let's do his movement. So his head can twist around, so it's going to be a little bit difficult, but can twist all the way around there, and he can look down that far and up that far. So again, very little movements back and forth there, so pretty much nothing, but there is some movements. Then we get the shoulders that can come up that far at least, so not all the way up to 90, but it's over 45 at least. And then I do always have some issues with the shoulders getting them back down, but it seems to be if you like rotate them and then push them down, they go back much easier. But of course they can rotate around, and we get a bicep twist a little there, and the single elbow joint that can bend up to 90 there, so pretty cool flexing back and forth with the wrist that can twist around, and then it does have some flexing back and forth down in there. Now before we go to that crunch, he does have these little flaps on his chest as well that open up, so you can open these up to see like inside control panels and different stuff like that. So cool for that. They just kind of flop around, so as you hear this video, you hear him sort of like flap around there, so that's a little annoying, but it is cool. It has that additional feature. But then we have like an ab crunch, and again, just very little crunching back and forth and very little rotation, so it doesn't really do much of anything there. And then we go to the hips that can come up pretty close to 90 at least, and then out to the side pretty far, which is good. A little bit of a thigh twist in there, not much, but there is some. The single knee joint that bends back pretty close to 90 there, so nice flexy movements. And then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So I did have to heat up all these joints because they were pretty stiff right out of the box, but once I heated them up and stuff, they've moved pretty easily, so no major issues or anything. And like I said, overall works pretty good, you know, especially moving wise, except for that, like I said, he's kind of tilted a little. Now accessory wise, he comes with a lot of different things. So first off, we get a bunch of different sets of hands. So like first, he's already got 2 fist hands on, so we get a set of flat like palm hands there. You can almost do like karate chops or something. Then we get a set of splayed out finger hands, so the fingers all separated there. We get a hand that's holding a nut, so maybe like he's helping Donatello put him back together or something, hands him one of the nuts, so that's pretty fun. And then we get a set of hands with trigger fingers, which I think are pretty cool, and I'll probably want to switch these out, so let me do that. And with that, he does come with some guns, so we get these 2 guns that look pretty cool, very futuristic and stuff, but pretty cool designs. And as you see, they have these little like pins here on the side, and that's where you can store them on the belt. So he has these 2 like circle flat pieces on the side, and with that you can sort of plug them in here so that it'll hold them, so we can do that on each side. So that is pretty cool, and I store the guns there. But let's go and put them in each of his hands. So there's the guns in his hands. They're actually pretty easy. The fingers are pretty flexible and stuff, so they were easily to bend and just easily wrap around the handles there. So overall looks pretty good for him, and I love him having those guns. Now we get a lot of other random little accessories and stuff. So first, which is pretty fun, we get a tongue. So we have a metal tongue here that we can just stick into the mouth. I don't know why he needs to have a tongue. I assume he did it in show, obviously, but you can have him sticking his tongue out there like that, which is pretty fun. Again, I think it's kind of stupid, but fun at the same time just to have that tongue sticking out. He also comes with a can of oil. Of course, got to oil him up to loosen his joints and stuff. So little can of oil there, which is cool. We have a remote control, so I assume something to remote control. My thought it'd be like a device to find things and stuff, but nice little remote control, you know, looks like all the other sort of little handheld stuff we get with all the turtles. So just another one to add there. And then finally we get some VHS tapes. As I said, he was programmed by VHS tapes, so we just get some random 3 VHS tapes thrown in here. Again, don't really need them. It'd be cool if they had different like movies or something on them to signify what they came from, but they're just all blank there. But overall, really cool to have REX-1 here, and we can bring in some other characters to show height. So as I mentioned, he was activated and sort of followed around April, so we can bring April in here, and you can see just how tall he is compared to April there. So big enforcer to follow her around. And then of course we always have our standard Donatello here to throw in, so our normal NECA figure there. So he's definitely a really tall and big figure, so he'll definitely stand out in your collection. So awesome to have REX-1 now added to the collection. And finally, we have Donatello's portable portal generator, which was a portal built by Donatello to receive transmissions from other planets and dimensions, as well as transport people back and forth. And it first appeared in Season 3 and allowed Usagi Yojimbo to visit the Turtles' dimension due to a malfunction, as the portal's known to do, and it also functions as a TV. So overall, it looks pretty cool. It's just a big machine, so it doesn't really do much. It's a, you know, pretty flat overall, and it has just all sorts of details and like mechanics and tubing and buttons and all sorts of stuff are running through it. So like I said, not a whole lot to it. Love the different colors though thrown in, of like the red and yellow, green and stuff to go along with all the different shades of gray. And then over on this side we have more of the control panel and stuff. So I have a little screen, a little view or something, or some, I don't know what that is exactly, but again, more buttons and stuff running all through it. And then over here we have a lever probably where you can set where you want to go and stuff, and a little lever you can move back and forth. So this is really like the only function of this. Nothing else works or moves except for this red lever here that you can move back and forth. But like I said, overall design wise it looks pretty cool. You know, it looks pretty much how it does in the show, and love all, like I said, the tubing and stuff. The back's pretty all plain there. So unfortunately there's not much to it, but just a fun accessory. Like I said, once we get that turtle layer, we'll be able to throw this in there as a feature. So pretty cool to have it, but it does come with different things. So we get some lenticular screens. So we have this first one. I tried to look up what the different things were, and unfortunately with the way it looks, I can't really get it to like be on what I want. So you can see sort of like the purple with the pink and then purple over the top. That's supposed to be just like the normal design, but I can't get it just to sit without any of the other stuff featuring in it. But if we twist it side to side, you can see some guys there, some like pigs, samurais and stuff. So that's probably Usagi Yojimbo's sort of place, people he was fighting or something. And then we also have some look like some vending machine like robots probably attacking, because it looks like they're shooting stuff out. So we have that image we can use, and then we also have another one. Again, they're all going to have like sort of that purple swirl design. But with this, you can see we have two like weird alien creatures there, and then we have what looks kind of like a Japanese building there in the background. So we have just those three different images there. And on the last one, again, we'll have the swirls. This one's like a circle swirl, which is pretty cool. But then there's like a planet or asteroid or something like that. You can see it almost looks like a moon surface. Then what looks to be like a floating oasis or something there, with like a tropical island or something. So again, cool to have the different images. I wish they'd probably just pick three and have different like standard plates, because like I said, I want to have like the purple swirls and stuff, but none of them you can just get to like sit that way. So that kind of stinks. But let's go and just put this one in, I guess. So to put these in, it's easier easier to like put them in through the back. And there are two little nubs, so there's one down here on the bottom and a similar one up top there that we can sort of like get them in behind and placed, and you just clip them in there. So there you can kind of see they're clipped in behind those two pieces, and then they have little things on the front that hold them in. So all these little like T-shaped things and stuff hold it in place there. So there we have a portal in, and like I said, I want it to just be that purple swirl, but I can't get it to just sit like that. We can probably hold it there because, as I mentioned in the show, it first appeared with Usagi Ojumbo, so we can bring Usagi in here so like he just came through the portal. And then of course, with it being Donatello's portal, we can bring Donatello in here to like work with the portal. So there he's like, he's meeting Usagi for the first time, so you can create little scenes and stuff like that. And like I said, once we get that turtle layer, it'll look really cool, and we can set up scenes and stuff. So very cool overall to have it. Like I said, it doesn't really do a whole lot, and it's not like the most exciting thing. It's just a thing, you know, we're expecting to get that layer someday, so it'll be a fun thing to throw in there. But otherwise, it was boring. It'd be cool if it would have came with a figure as well, say like Usagi, but just some sort of character or something that sort of makes it worth a little bit more. But yeah, it's just kind of a stationary thing with screens that you can switch out. Overall, it is pretty cool. I do like having it. Just it could be a little more to it. But that's going to be it for our NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures for today, where we got REX-1, that was from the Target Haulathon, and then the Donatello's portable portal generator, which like I said, I like the REX-1, especially how big he is and stuff, and the way he functions all works out pretty well and stuff. So really like Rex, just, you know, stinks he's at the angle there. And then the portal is pretty cool as well, like I said, just as a design feature to throw in with your set. So overall, I'm pretty happy with him, but like I said, the portal's kind of lackluster and not a necessary thing, so you could easily skip out on that. But let me know what you thought of these two things down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, let me know with a thumbs up. I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.